Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I was getting ready to do some hand lettering on long form because sometimes it's just like when I get into it, it's like I don't have enough time to do and really show how I'm progressing. I'm not really progressing, but I am trying, right? So I'm constantly just like giving it a little bit of work, right? I don't get to do it every day now because I'm trying to keep my content up because I'm trying to build this channel up. I need to get to my 1,000 subscribers. So to all of my recent subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Sometimes I feel a little bit discouraged because I'm growing, but I'm growing slow. And they call that organic, or they call that um, slow growth or no growth, right? I don't really know, but I see it as growing slowly because don't nobody have to subscribe to your channel. And I right now have 131 subscribers. Yay! And I'm so happy about that because I know that I've seen people on the YouTube stations, channels, whatever, and they're talking about how discouraged they are. Um, Basically what I want to say is that some of the channels I watch on YouTube, right, that's teaching you about entrepreneurship or trying to get out of debt and those types of things, some of them have shared that they have a YouTube channel and it's growing slow or not growing at all, and they've been in it since last year or whatever. And I don't know how many videos they do, but since I don't have nothing else to do and what I want to do is make videos, I make videos. And so I'm glad about my subscribers. I want to hurry up and get to 1,000. I really do because one, I don't have a job. I said that in one of my earlier videos. I'm not going to have a job after June the 30th. And so on July 22nd, I ain't got no job, right? And so I'm working on pumping out these videos, and I did not want to be in a particular niche, so I'm not, because I like to do everything that I like to do, and the things that I'm doing, I think different audiences or audiences of people, right? I think that it's enjoyable because some people like to watch the dolls. Like yesterday when I was doing the dolls, right? And I put the video up about, remember her? I had like, I don't know, 1 or 2 views. And when I went back, it was up. It was like, 50 something views. And I was like, okay, that's a blessing. But then when I did the one for washing the doll's hair and all that, that was on one view for a couple of hours. And I woke up this morning, I didn't even check, got myself cleaned up, came down, fed my cats, did all my morning routine, and then I just sat at my desk over there and I started doing a little bit of lettering practice with the rest of my capital letters that I had not finished last week. And so then I'm on lowercase, I think they call it sans serif, lowercase letters. And that's what I was ready to film about. And I was like, okay, let me look at yesterday's content, see what the views look like. And on washing the hair, that thing was on 703 views. And I was like, yay! Because it's almost on 1,000, which means I made a good choice and buying some more of these dolls. So I said, okay, let me just go ahead and maybe do a dual video. What's that mean? That means I'm going to do a little bit of my lettering, or maybe not. I think I am though, because the people who want to see some of the lettering, and I haven't been doing it on my shorts really, I'm going to do some of it right now before I do the dolls, because the dolls part is going to be longer. You know why? Because I'm going to cut some of their clothes up. I thought to myself, well, what am I going to do to make their clothes, like make them clothes? I've never made them clothes before, like for any dolls. For my Barbies, I usually use socks, right? I use the sock and I cut the sock and then I stitch it a little bit and then I turn it on the right side and slide it up and make a skirt or a tube dress, and then cut a string and make something for the hair. And that's that. And that's what I do for my Barbies. But these dolls need clothes, and then when you look at them, they are cotton body, right? And then they have porcelain leg from the knee down, and a porcelain wrist to the hand, and then a porcelain, like what you call like a when the people playing football and stuff like that, and they put the helmet on, but some of them got like a part of a chest vest or something like that. They got that little piece of porcelain around their neck, like a Dickie shirt. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Am I disclosing my age at this point? Okay, so now they got that to the head is porcelain, and y'all, the hair is wigs. I already saw on a video that the hair is a wig, and I was like, really? And so as I was combing their hair a little bit with the vent brush, I could see that it was lifting up, and one of the dolls, the hair came all the way off, and so I didn't bring that in here. Let me grab it for a minute. Right, so here's her hair. This is the one that had the black and white dress on. I called her Curly Sue. Their hair smells so good. I washed it with the Alberta VO5 shampoo and the conditioner. And when I put the conditioner in, I let it set for about maybe 15 minutes, and then I just rinsed it, and I rinsed it gently, and then I just brushed it through with the vent brush, and I let them set up here on this table of mine. And I'm trying to grab another one. And so yeah, their hair came out really good, and you can kind of pull through it and everything, and you see that big stain. I don't know where that stain came from, but it's ugly. So I guess because her hair was wet, and then the water ran down inside of her head, so she doesn't have that porcelain vest, right? But the other dolls do. Like this, the boy doll, he's got this porcelain piece, and his head can move around, okay, like that. I don't mean to pull your hair, buddy, I'm sorry. So his head can weave and bob and turn, and this is how he looks, out of his clothes. And I'm sitting here wondering, okay, well, what in the world, how can I, like, her hair's a mess, right? But it's easy to comb. It's easy to comb because I combed it out with the conditioner. So you can go right through it. It's not mixed up and jammed up and tangled, right? Because I play with dolls, and the white stuff that you might still see in there is still parts of the glue. And so her hair is easy to comb through, and she didn't have a lot of curls. She's the little Indian type one that had two plaits here with some twine on the end. But I'm going to fix their hair and everything. I'm working on them today. So that's where I'm at with that. Let me show you this doll. Where's she at that don't have no hair on her head? Let me see. Where is she? Okay, so this one is right. Let me see. I can't find her. This is 3 and this is 4. Maybe I put her somewhere else. Let me see. Let me see where I put her at. I'm trying to see. I don't even know because I see her. So I have to go get her. But this is the really pretty one. When I took all of her hair out, I was like, you may not get any plaits again. She had the 2 plaits. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. But I wanted to show you the one with the doll that has no hair on. Hold on. Let me get that. See, I said I wasn't going to do this part first. I said I was going to do the handwriting part first, but I didn't. So this is what she looks like without hair. So I guess this is her cap of some sort, and behind it or beneath it or whatever. Oh, it popped off. I didn't know it can come off. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on. So this is what it looks like, right? And then it's got this cotton in there, which is how the video was that I watched when the lady was, it wasn't a lady, it was a guy, and he was repairing the doll's hair. He took the head off and all of that kind of stuff and made it out of a shirt. He cut strips of shirt up and fed it through her scalp. I don't know, if her head was plastic, I guess. I'm not sure. Or maybe like that cap that popped off. So meanwhile, I got to somehow hot glue this wig back to her head, okay? So that she can have her hair again. I'm just saying, I don't know how that's going to be looking, but this is the doll that had the hair. And, I mean, it's just, she got a real big soft spot in the top of her head. So, I got to figure out how to put that back together or whatever. But what I was going to be doing on here is really looking at their clothes. I had to get this piece because I don't want one of the cats to run in here and grab this thing, and I don't even know where that piece at this point. They be have it in the basement. So let me show you the clothes and things. Oh, we got that back on, okay? So, I mean, she's still cute without hair. She's still cute without hair. Okay? Maybe I'll leave her with no hair. Maybe I'll paint some hair on the hair. I don't know what I'm going to do. But she's so pretty. So, anyway, let me flip. And those are the bags that I showed y'all if y'all were watching that video of me making the bags. I made all 26 of those. And now this is the part where I'm trying to adjust my tripod so that I can do a little bit of the handwriting. Now, I don't want you to think that I'm not going to show you the clothes, because I am going to show you the clothes. I'm tightening up this so this tripod is affixed to my table. It's a gooseneck, okay? So I was twisting that and everything, trying to get it all going. So now, the clothes for the doll, or the dolls, right, are right here. And so I'm going to be taking these apart, okay, some of them apart, because like I was saying in the beginning, I don't know what I'm going to use for doll clothes, but what I was thinking about when I came up with is that why don't we just use what we have, okay? Let's use what we have. Like, let's talk about it in a minute, okay? I'm going to talk about it in a minute. Meanwhile, I want to do some more of this real quick, because this is what you never really get to see, and you got to get, the portions that you can get in 60 seconds and be done with it, because, I saw somebody's comment one time and said, well, how come we can't have like 2 minutes? And the response was from somebody else that if you need it longer than 60 seconds to do a short, then that's the purpose of long form content. This is for short form. So, meanwhile, this is why I wanted to go ahead and do that. So this is all coming through. I'll give you a glance at what I was doing before I got on. So this is the page. Let me see. I started here this morning. So this is what I was working on. And y'all hear this creaking, that's because of my gooseneck tripod. Right, so now that's what I did this morning. And this. And it's very hard to do this calligraphy stuff, right? And I think that faux calligraphy is going to be my better friend, because you need a lot of time to be practicing this, and I don't have a whole lot of time, because in a few minutes it's going to be back to school, and my hope is to homeschool my grandson. That's what I'm supposed to be doing, but his mother is having a different thought and idea. So we'll see what God does with that, because I don't really know how that's going to turn out. I know what he needs, and she knows what he needs. But, young people are young people, and they think the way they think, and they don't, necessarily know, the things that us older folk know. So we're going to leave that in God's hands, and however he works it, that's how it's going to turn out. And so, meanwhile, I'm working on the letter B, and I have this kind of calligraphy pen. I'm not real sure, what it is all the way, because it's in, some type of other language. But we're going to go with what we see and try to see how to do some of this. So basically, this just looks like to me regular not penmanship, manuscript, but I don't really know. So the idea is that it said that just think about art, making your lettering art. And so I was like, okay, let me give it a shot and see how it goes with, just trying to write outside of how I would normally write. And in my opinion, I think I have pretty good handwriting, which is penmanship, and my manuscript is pretty good as well because I had to practice a lot because I was a school teacher. But before I was a school teacher, I was teaching my own two children, you know what I'm saying, how to write. And that's where I was. So I've taken the time to, take time with that. But now that I'm trying to learn the calligraphy thing, I don't have a lot of time. The humming, I'm sorry, y'all. I had to move over. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all know I ain't got no video editor yet, so all these parts are in here, and the missing parts are missing, but I'm still here. But I had to say the humming is my small fan, right? And I had to roll over and turn it around on me because actually before I came on, I had my hair pinned up in a clip, but I also did a video about my hair. These are the things that I do in my house every day, just normal everyday life for me. And so I'm trying to capture some of that. Meanwhile, I'm setting this pen down so I can pin my hair back up because when I had my hair pinned up, I wasn't warm. Now I'm warm and getting hot. And so I had to go get that fan. But the everyday thing that I do is, that's what my channel is about. Just giving you an opportunity to chill with me. That's kind of what that is. And what am I doing? I don't know. I don't know whether I'm going to be writing and creating or painting or doing dolls or, I might be doing my hair like I was doing my hair. I'm not sure how that's going to be. But I'm not just trying to bring any old thing. And this is why my banner shows that I am cooking, I am painting, I am cleaning, and I am drawing or coloring. That's on my banner. And so this is the type of content that I am looking to bring, to you guys. And if something exciting is going on, like the other day on Monday past, I took my grandson to the Washington Zoo. I've not had a car in 3 years. And when October comes, it'll be 4 years if I don't get a car before then. But it was our first time on the MARC train. And so we use public transportation most places like that we have to travel. And so it was our first time being on our MARC train, and it was very exciting for him and for me. And so that's content that I should I'm sorry, I got a call coming in. I'm trying to figure out how to decline it, but I'm just let it ring and keep writing and talking. Meanwhile, that's content that I want to bring to you all because it's fresh content for us, and it may be very enjoyable for someone else because not everybody lives in the state of Maryland who may be viewing my content, but that's where we live, and somebody might be interested in what our train system looks like, or our Washington Zoo. They call it what did they call it, the National Zoo? And I was looking at it and I was saying, what's the National Zoo? Is this the same thing as the Washington Zoo? I don't really know. I know, but we went and it was fun. And I have all of that video footage in my phone still because I could not just walk around and be holding my camera filming all day like this. How I went and got the doll and came back and went over and got the fan and moved it over. I couldn't just be having my phone on all day like that. It would have killed my battery and everything. But to do long form content like I've been doing, I'm just letting it roll. Like, I'm just letting it roll. And we get all of whatever comes with that when I have to put it up. So I'm just, adding this because I'm trying to practice what they're showing me to do here versus what I would ordinarily do. And I'm going to title this Handwriting and Doll Clothes or something. I don't really know because, I'm trying to make sure that when I put it out, people who are looking for this or that can see that this is not just about dolls. Because somebody might be somewhere saying, well, why's she doing dolls? Okay, I thought this was a handwriting type of doodling channel. That's why I subscribed. I thought she was painting, and I do all of that. So I figured that, don't do a separate video for the calligraphy on long form. Just add that to what you get ready to do with the dolls. Just put it together and it's fine. And whoever wants to watch the video will watch the video. And that's how I have to keep it, because I'm trying not to get everybody, but I'm trying to make sure that I am in place for those who want to be here on my channel. And they may not want to watch dolls, but I am going to try to keep the entertainment going for all of my viewers and subscribers. That's what I'm going to try and do. I'm bumping into this a little bit because I'm not using my overhead tripod. I'm using the one that's attached to the table. So if it looks bouncy a little bit, that's what's happening. So basically, this is what I was going to do with this at first. And then I saw, oh, okay, I should go ahead and do something with the clothes then, because they enjoyed that. See, this bouncy stuff comes from here like this. I'm not used to doing that, so I don't really know how. I be trying to learn, but, it takes time. Takes time. And somebody else might be trying to learn, and I'm one of those people who said, God, if you teach me how to do this stuff, I will teach it to other people, and I will go slow, because I'm, in the group of let's go slow, because I don't get it. And, some people just want to learn it, or whatever it is. If it's something about the phone or how to edit or, whatever. And they got to watch one video 1,000,000 times. I know, because that'd be me. So now I'm done with that. And I'm happy because I put this in this video, and I will make sure that it becomes a part of my still. Because, listen, I try to make it a part of the still. You never know what they're going to capture. They might just capture the bags that I showed you at first. And it'd be like, why they put that stupid still up there? Because I didn't get to choose my own thumbnail. But we're finished with the handwriting. And now we're going to look at the doll clothes. I'm going to close my book, put that to the side, because I don't want nothing to get all mixed up with it. So now, this little purse goes with this little jacket or shirt with this tie, and it's very cute. It is. This is cute. And I thought to myself, how are you going to use this? And then I said, I might not. And so in looking at the back of it, it comes apart like that. But, you know, that's sewn in that way. So I probably won't use this. And I don't want to destroy it because I'm not going to be bringing the dolls and putting them back in their outfits clearly because I'm getting ready to cut them up. So that's what I'm getting ready to do right here in this video, because I was going to go back to the thrift store and try and find some kind of pieces of clothing that I might want to use for them. These pants went with that outfit. The person, that pink, that's what the little Indian doll had on. I call her Indian. She looked like an Indian to me. So I was thinking about this could actually be a jacket. Like I could cut armholes here and V this here and open that up right there or something and just cut this. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to cut them, but we'll see in a minute. I was like, this is pretty cool. So I don't know if these can come off or not, but they might be able to. I'm not sure. So I'm going to set that to the side also. Now, okay, let's do this. So you see this? This is the boy's jacket, his vest, jacket, whatever. The inside is more blue, and I guess you could probably just switch it around like this. Push the sleeve part out. It looks like it could be reversible because there's no, seam or anything that says anything different. And these are the pants. So I couldn't even see them being this blue when I first started showing them. I could only see the inseam and that crease right there. But since I washed it, it looks like the dirt came out, and you can see that they are a little more blue than they were originally. Okay, now they have these little beads on there, but my idea for this is to dye it. Remember, I talked about in the other video, I said I'm gonna dye their clothes. I might buy some red dye. Well, I'm gonna take the cheap way out because I don't want to spend $3 and $4 for red dye just for a few pieces. So I bought a bowl, and I bought good old food coloring in here. Yep, food coloring. So I'm going to hold this here for a moment because maybe, YouTube will pick this up for me as a still and, make this, something interesting for the people to look at. So sometimes when you do something, they'll come up with something besides this laying on the table, and then that's what the people looking at as a still. I hope they don't, but anyway, we'll use that. And I'm going to add some water. I bought a big jug of warm water in here like that, just a little bit of water. And I'm going to use the blue. I'm going to use the blue, and I'm going to put a lot of it in there like that. All of that. And squeeze this in and shake it out and get all of the blue out of there that I can get. One more before it gets over there. Okay. And that's what we're going to do with that. Okay. Now we'll put this back in the box because I don't want none of the color stuff to get on white clothes. All right. And then I bought a spoon. Okay, it's pretty blue. And then I'm going to put this inside like that. That's what I'm going to do to his pants. And I didn't want his pants just to be blue, so I'm going to add some other colors to it because I want it to be like a brownish dark color. So we got to add colors to get it to be dark. Okay. All right, so we're going to put some red in there. And you know red and blue makes purple. And then I'm going to put some green in there. And then I'm going to put some yellow in there. This yellow didn't have a squeeze on it. It just came out and it's all on my hand. I did not even know that it didn't have a squeeze thingy on it. Okay, so that's why I brought paper towel in here, so I can make sure, because I don't want to get no color on my white stuff. Okay, so now we're finished with that. This only has a blue in there now, but we already used blue. So I'm going to put these back inside and move them to the side. And I need to wet my fingers a little bit. So I'm going to pour a little bit of water in a bowl, just a small smidgen, and wet my fingers in there so I can try to get this yellow off of my hand. You know, I have this bowl here. Just make sure I try to get that off. Put that yellow right in that water and wipe my hands off again. I started to get gloves, but I didn't want to worry about no gloves. It don't take all gloves for me right now. So now we have that, and I'm hoping that this will just turn into a brownish color. And I should have mixed it first, but I didn't. I'm not in a hurry for it to dye. It can stay in overnight if it needs to. That's fine. And the reason why I wanted to dye this is the colors coming out. It's okay. But the reason I wanted to dye it different is because, one, it's faded. I wanted it to be blue like the food coloring, but I wanted it to match his hat. So that's where I was with that thought. And his shoes are brown. So I didn't want it to be denim. I thought if I make all these colors, it'll come out some kind of ugly brownish, greenish, something dark tint. And that's what's happening, as you can see. Okay. Have I done this before? No, I have not. I've not done this before. And so, there we go. His shirt is white. We're going to move this off to the side and let this stay in the dye. I don't know if it's going to change those wooden buttons or beads that's on there, but I hope it doesn't. And if it does, it'll still be fine. So we got that. And do I want to put his jacket in there? I wonder. Do I want to put his jacket in there? I don't know. I don't know. I was going to leave that blue, but I don't know if I want to put it in there. So I'll just do the pants first, rinse them real good, and then see. But before I set them to the side, I'm going to add some salt, regular table salt, because salt helps to retain the color. It'll still rinse out if you wash it because it's food coloring, but I'm putting the salt in there so that the color, you know, salt is a preservative, right? So that's what you can do. When I when I bleach something like denim and I'm trying to make it like stone wash, I add salt to my bleach water and it helps it to bleach it faster and it lasts. So The salt is all in there, and we're going to rinse them later and see how they turn out. Since it's already nice and dark, I might not leave it in there overnight. Just go ahead and let it sit in there for a while. The buttons still look fine. I think it's going to end up being a greenish olive color. Who knows? I don't know. But it's looking okay. Maybe I'll put the jacket in there and just let it be in there for a turn. And it won't be as dark, but just have a turn in it just to help the faded part of it. You might still be able to see some of the blue because I'm not going to leave this one in there at all. Just going to get it covered and then take it out. Okay, that looks pretty good. I still see blue over there. Okay, and just take this one out. Okay, now that's that for that one. And that can stay, so that's nice and blue-black or something. It's like a blue-black, something like that. It's not too bad. What you think? Turn on the other side. Still looks pretty good, right? Both sides. So now it's not faded, and it may dry out and you can still see it's got a bluish tint to it, but it'll have some of that color that's in his pants, but it won't be as dark. So now we'll leave that off to the side and just let that sit. Okay, now my fingers look like this, so I have to clean them a little bit more before I start touching and handling the white clothes. All right, so let's just rinse again. And again over here. It's not going to all come off, but we'll get some. All right. And then a little bit more over here. Okay. And now, put that in there. And that's fine. Get our paper towel. Dry our fingers. And now, keep everything wiped up. Now, how we doing? We doing all right? Somebody leaving a comment? What you think? What you think? Okay. So, it's got that greenish, brownish look. And some parts will probably be darker than others because it was really, really light, but then some blue was still present in some of this garment. So that's it for that. I'm going to leave that alone and put this way off to the side where it can't get knocked over and affect something else, okay? So now we have these trousers. Let me wipe this table, make sure it's dry. Okay, we have these trousers. They're not even trousers, they bloomers. So it's like slips for ladies, right? They go under their dress. So we have 3, and I have 4 girl dolls though. And I said, man, I need to have another pair of these. And I'm not going to the thrift store and get a pair from another doll, right? I'm not going to do that. And so, right, that means I have to figure out how I can get another pair of these. Because what I'm thinking to do with these is to design these with my puffy paint. That'll have to be another video because what I have to do first is press them. And I'm not going to press them now. But what I'm going to show you, I was thinking to do was to make a 4th pair out of this dress here. This was the first doll, but this lace, I already said I'm going to take that off because it's already got holes in it. Like right here is a big hole, and then it's another one over here, I think. I saw 2 holes in this lace, and I said, well, This is really no good. This is 1. There it is, 2. That's 2. But I thought it was a bigger one too. It might be on the back. Let's check. Let's see. And I'm not a seamstress. I don't know how to do whatever I'm getting ready to try. So maybe those were the 2 holes. Meanwhile, I said I'm going to take this part. And I was thinking about this last night. Okay, let's take this off. Okay, because I have one of them right here. So this is a detached piece. This was up underneath the black and white dress. Right? And let me see. Yeah, this was under that black and white dress. So I said, this is cute. And they could wear this over here, the way girls do, pom-pom. Which girl? I say pom-pom. I'm thinking pom-pom, but I mean tutus. Like, that's cute. So I said, we're going to take this part off. Okay? And I can use this satin part with the lace around it to make another one of these pants, because these pants are like a pillow slip, okay, like a pillow slip with lace. And so this one is just satin with lace. So I said, well, that should be able to make something similar to that. So we'll see. And so let's start taking something apart. That's what I want to do. I want to start taking something apart. And I already said I'm not a seamstress, and somebody would say, no, don't do it like that. Well, I don't know another way to do it, so I have to do it this way and be careful, because I want to save as much of it as I can. Okay, now that's detached from that. And let's do this side. Just try to be very careful. I don't want to cut the satin. And I don't want to ruin the piece of lace. Okay, so now all of that part is off. Okay, so now we got to go all the way around and take this off of here carefully. Yeah, almost around to the front. Oh, it's a piece still attached under there. We got it. Just snip a little bit as you go so you can be close to the ruffle part of the way it was sewn without cutting the satin. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm behind the tripod, so it's really challenging because that's in front of me so that you all can see. Okay. All right, let's see. Wait. Y'all hear those galloping cats running through here? What y'all boys doing? Y'all pooties. All right, and so we are. I know this is going to be near 2-hour video. If somebody want to watch this 2 hours, I'm not trying to make it that long, but it's already on 41. So I'm just going to make the video and just pray that I get good views for it. Because you know what they say. They say time flies when you're having fun. So if you're enjoying this video, then it won't seem like it was 2 hours. And if you don't have 2 hours, maybe you'll just come back later. So now we have this off, and we're going to use this. I don't know if I'm going to use it for their clothing, or maybe I was thinking I probably could cut this off and make stocking, you know. All the girls have a pair of these as a stocking, or maybe I'll use it for my junk journal. I don't really know what I'm going to do, but it's off. So we'll put that to the side, because I looked at these too. I looked at these sleeves and I said, these could probably be a leg, but then where would the body part be? So I don't really know. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this dress now. Just this portion. Let's take this off. We gotta see how to snip this without. So I'm thinking I'm gonna start with this part right here and come around to the zipper part, or the Velcro part where the zipper would be, because I don't want to cut that satin at all. Let's see. Gotta go in here and find this opening. All right. I'm sure it's a better way. Maybe it's not. But I'm just taking my time. You know, people want to see how things are done, but then it takes a minute, and I can't speed this up. I'm sorry that I can't, but you know, maybe somebody else might want to do something like this. Who knows? I don't know. I certainly am not an antique doll admirer in terms of it's something that I would have wanted to collect. I just want to make them more modern, see how I can, you know, take them out of the clothing they have on and put them in something else. That's it. And use it for video content. And then I have to think about what am I going to do with them. I may give them away, you know. Somebody might say, I'd like to have one, and I'd like to send her to you. As long as you pay for the shipping, I'll send her to you. And, you know, are you going to charge? No, I ain't going to charge you. I don't need to charge for it. I'll just give them away to somebody who would like to have them, because I'm not going to keep them. I don't want to keep them, although I think they're very pretty. The ones that I chose, I think they're very pretty. So now I got that off all the way around, and we got to figure out how to come up here. So I'm just going to cut it up the line. Okay, I have to find out where the line is and come on up, because there's no other way to get it off. Let's move this part over here. I'm going to cut the wrong piece, but that won't be good if you cut the wrong thing. This is stuff that I like to do. I like to do this kind of stuff. Play with dolls, and I played with dolls when I was a kid. We used to play with dolls. We used to take the album. Anybody know about an album, an LP, right? And so we used to take the jacket to the album and set them up in square, you know, so that it could be houses and rooms, me and my two friends. and we let our dolls visit one another and have tea parties and go out and come back, and they have to go to school, and sometimes they had jobs, or something like that. When we were little girls, a lot of little girls don't play with dolls anymore. The world has changed so much, that kids just into electronics and TikTok. I'm just saying, electronics and TikTok. It's not everybody, but a lot of kids just don't play with toys anymore. That's why toy stores went out of business, because it was not a lot of buying of toys. Computers, stuff like that came into play. So now we have this, which is an easy fix, because all I have to do is turn it backwards like this and then sew it right there with white thread. And I might even be able to cut it, and then I come out with 3 of these, because I don't have but one, but I'm sure I can cut it. So I'm gonna do it now, because I don't have but one, and I'm gonna cut it right now. Now this is still gonna be big enough for 2. So now we have 1, 2, and this one. This one is more bouncy because it's made the right way, but it's fine. Now we have 3 of those. Okay, now let's see if we can get this part off. I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to cut it right at that seam. Oh, I didn't even know. See, that's what I was trying not to do, was to rip that or cut it the wrong way, but it's okay. I'll sew it. I'm pretty good at sewing by hand. So I had a sewing machine. I never learned how to use it. It was brand new, and I had it for about 5 years, and I sold it because I wasn't interested in learning how to use it, although I used it for a couple pillowcases and for a coat project that I was working on, and that was it. I said, I don't want to learn how to use it. I'm not about to buy material and become a seamstress, so I don't need it. And I sold it. But I sew pretty well by hand. So now that dress is open, and we'll cut this Velcro, I think. Let me think about it. Yeah. I'm going to just cut this right across, because I need to see how I can use the bottom of this dress to make another bloomer. It's hard to cut because of the way it's been sewn. These cats running up and down the steps and all across the floor. That's why they sleep all day, because they play so hard. All right, now this is hard to cut, but we're getting there. I'm cutting through that Velcro. It's not easy. And then you got all of this stuff here like this that made it, kind of hard to cut. So this is cute by itself. Look at that. That's cute. See? Now that's cute. To me, that's cute right there. Now this part right here, you got to do something with all of this. Like pop this off. You got to take this bow got to go. Okay? Take the bow off. And then you might can use that as the back. And put this on backwards like that. That's cute. Might can wear that like that. But I don't even know if I would want the Velcro on there at all. I don't know. So let's take that off too. See, I told you I was going to cut these clothes up. I told you that. I don't know if I want this one here, because then that it was, something. And I ain't trying to be looking at it like that. So we'll take that off, and now the Velcro is gone, and it's still got, this stuff in there, but that's okay. This hair is on here. Yeah, that's cute. I like that like that. I like that like that. Might even take this part out, but that part might complement the sleeves. So let's cut this piece off. Right? That's cute. That's cute. And if I were to get one of these off or something, you could put one on there. Right. That's cute like that. What y'all think? I think that's cute. Now, how would I handle the sleeve part? I don't know. But that's cute. So we'll keep this part. And this is got to go, because that would surely say that that's the back of it. So something's attached here. So let's cut this piece of lace off of here. Try not to cut the jacket. Try not. Okay. I definitely can use this little piece for my scrapbook. That's coming up. It's coming up, but I'm not going to start that until I get a video editor, because I absolutely have to have one, and it's just been hard trying to think about which one to choose and all of that, but I have to choose one, and I am going to. Okay, but I'm proud of me for going ahead and being brave enough to send out these kinds of videos like this, even though, it's called unedited. So, just go ahead and send it out. Everybody won't like this type of footage, but the ones who do will. And I try to talk about, where I am in those videos, so that people understand why it's not edited, why there is no speed ups, why it's no music, because you can't add it to this type. You don't even get to choose the thumbnail. So I've been doing videos for a while. I started in 2021, and this is my third channel. So, if anybody wants to check out my other two channels, my first channel has great content but horrible footage in terms of the filming, because I was trying to be the one-man show in terms of I'm teaching preschoolers on my first channel. That's called Tanta's Room. Tanta, like Santa, Tanta's Room on YouTube. And I'm moving around and going around and all of that with the camera, so it made it dark in some places, light in some places, dark, light, and it just wasn't, what it should have been. And I tried to keep asking folk, if anybody knew anybody who might be able to help me. And I had a person at my church who is a photographer, and he did come and help me. I just couldn't afford to ask him to come every day for me to do videos. So I did what I could while I could, and it's still there. And I said in a video before now that channel is still growing. In fact, when I looked at it just yesterday, last night, it had 44 subscribers, where when I stopped originally in September of 21, because I started in 21, so September of 21, I had knee surgery in November of 21, and so I had 34 subscribers, and now I have 45 as of last night or this morning. So that channel has been growing, and I've not been there since September of 21. That's when I put the last video up but it would run through January of 22. And so, yeah, I did like something like 13 videos before I had knee surgery and scheduled them out so that they would be in place for me to finish all of the series that I was in before I had knee surgery. So that channel is called Tanta's Room. And my other channel is called Gospel Meditations with Joanne Howard. Gospel Meditations with Joanne Howard. And then that is a channel where I share out God's Word. That's what I did on that channel. I'm sorry, I'm cutting a string that I see. So now we have this off. I need something to drink because my throat is dry and my nose is dry. Let's see. Let's cut this off. I just recently, probably about a month ago, had a really bad sinus infection that led to a respiratory infection. So I need to keep drinking and drinking and drinking and keep myself hydrated. But since I've awakened this morning, I've not had anything to drink. And I need to get something to drink. I just wanted to cut this straight. So now we can make us, I'm sure we can make us some bloomers out of this. So I would take one side and make it about like right here. Take this one side. Let's see. Take this off, all these scraps. Put that about right here and then cut it. Then cut that because you're only going to need 2 legs and that's going to be maybe too much. So cut it maybe about right here. Let's see. Yep, that's about wide enough. Yep, like that. So I'll give it a little bit more so I can sew it on the inside. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, hold that and put the salt on there so I can keep that right there. And then I'm going to cut this. All right, and now this is another scrap that I can use for something else. But this is going to become the 4th pair of bloomers. All right, now I'm going to have 4 of them. And I got to sew that one and press all of them. Okay, now that's what we're doing for that. Okay, now let's see if we can get this apron up off of here. Okay, because listen, we're not using this part for nothing. And I said I might dye this, but I do want to use the black and white. So that's what I said about this piece. I'm not using the apron for nothing. So might use it for our scrapbook, so we might dye it. Let's cut this off. Doesn't really matter. I just don't want to cut the black and white. I don't want to cut that. Let's just open this up. We can go straight down the seam. Do that part first. Let's see. I'm going to mess the black and white piece up though, because I want to use that. I'm going right in to the seam of the black and white. Okay. And that's where that is. So I cut off on the side a little bit, but for the most part I came right down the seam of that black and white piece. And so now we can pull some of this. Okay, I wanted to use this because I said this is going to be their clothes. Okay, they're going to use the same clothes they got or that they have, and that's going to be that. So this piece needs to be cut off. Let's just cut it off of here. Now that's off. And then we're going to come up this piece here. And go across. I'm not getting that ruffle off of the black and white. I just want to cut this piece off. And I don't want to cut it wrong. I want to cut it. Cut it. I guess I'll have to do a part 2 to this video. I was thinking, am I going to be sewing these clothes together? Maybe I will. I don't know. I might sew them together and just come back when I get it and show it to y'all, and then get them dressed while I'm showing. So it won't be this long. But I figured somebody might want to see how I took this stuff apart. So this is why I did it like this for this part. Because I ain't going to buy no clothes. I was like, just use what they have. Just use it. It's fine. Right. So we got this. We don't know what we're going to do with it. We might make a skirt out of it or something like that. Sew it together. And when it comes to elastic, I won't worry about elastic. I'll use a rubber band around, put the thing on the baby, then put a rubber band on her waist, put the skirt on the wrong side on the doll, pull the material up like this, put a rubber band around here like that, right? And then once you put the rubber band, fold this part back so it'll be, folded back like that. And then stitch it around while the doll has it on. Then take it off, turn it on, and put it back on her. That's what I was thinking last night, because I'm not a seamstress, and I don't know what I'm going to do. So, we're not going to worry about all these parts. Let's see if we can take this out, because this can work. And I might use this other stuff somewhere in my scrapbooks. I'm making these, not scrapbooks, I keep saying that, but to me it's still a scrapbook. They call them junk journals. So that's what I'm talking about. I got some black lace. I got some white lace, stuff I picked up at the thrift store for that purpose. And I can add some of these pieces of scrap in some kind of way to those books that I'm gonna make. I'm only gonna make about 4 of them total, because it's a lot of work and a lot of money to invest in putting those things together. Although you use all kinds of scrap paper and pieces of book and all kinds of stuff goes into it. Like this, I can take this stuff off of here and put this lace on there. Like this will keep this. Put that over there with that bow I took off. Like all of this part too, this apron that I'm cutting off, I can put this in that junk journal somewhere, some kind of way. They put all kind of stuff in there, all kind. And I like watching junk journal videos. They're so creative, the women who work on those things. They are very creative. So this is another scrap. We'll put that over there. And the shirt part is the part that I'm trying to look at. Trying to see, is that worthy of, I'm cutting it right here at the ribbon, because I want to go underneath and try and figure out how to get that off. We're going right up here like this, because I already got the black part that I wanted anyway. And I figured, why you can cut their clothes up? I'm cutting their clothes up because I ain't using it. Now see, that can be another jacket. Look at that. Yep, that can be another jacket. So cut this Velcro piece off. Don't cut the collar. Right. Look at that. And then I would round that out. That's cute. That's cute. And then I would take these and get my puffy paint and do something with that little piece of ribbon around there. Yes, honey, yes. Now what we're going to do with this collar, because this collar is big. So I might take it off and make it a little smaller. Just cut that off and make it smaller or something. You know, maybe just hot glue it. Not hot glue it. I got some Stitch Witch. And Stitch Witch is like a hemming tape. And you just put it on here like this and press it down. And then it'll be stuck like that. And that'll be stuck. And cut the back part off. And just let it, hey, I'm going to work it out. Y'all going to see. I'm going to come together with it some kind of way. Now we have this. And this here, see, I can't throw this away because I know that I can use this in my junk journal. And one of the ladies who does really good, like on Treasure Books, I think her channel is called Treasure Books. I watch her all the time. And she would say, no, don't throw that away because you can use that. I'm sweeping all this stuff on the floor. Okay. Right, and then I can put this my junk journal. It might be what they call a nice cover. Like you can put this on the front of your book when you are putting it together. I'm sorry, y'all didn't see me, but I was cutting the edge of that Velcro off of there. And yeah, we'll save this. Yes. Okay, so it would have been trash to me because I don't know, you know, and you never know. I might cut it in half and make 2 skirts out of it. Who knows? Just cut the skirt. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but y'all do see what I'm doing. Now, this part, I love this dress. We on 1 hour and 12 minutes. Okay. I gotta hurry up. Meanwhile, I love this dress. I do. I love this dress. And I did not want to take this apart at all. See, she has some of that net in there, but hers is attached to this. So, I did not want to take this dress apart because I love this dress. I do. But I don't want to keep it like this either. So, we're going to take it off. I love this dress. I did not want to take this one apart. Oh my goodness. Green is my favorite color. That's one thing. And I'm just like, I love this dress. And that doll looks so pretty in this outfit. It's just faded. So, oh my gosh. I did not want to take this apart like this. I want this to stay a whole piece. And I don't want to cut the net on the inside either. It's hard to do this, y'all. Behind the camera, I'm behind the camera trying to keep it up here. I don't want to cut the net. I'm trying to see how to do this. Let's see. All right. Okay. I'm trying to be careful. I'm trying to be careful. Oh, I'm trying to be careful. Okay, let's see. Oh, goodness. I mean, am I going to use it again? That's the real question. Are you going to use it again? I don't know. But I didn't want to cut this green dress. Oh, I didn't. All right, let's see. All right, what we're going to do on this side is we're going to take this, pull it all up together, and we're going to cut that all together because I don't want to mess the green part up. So I'm going to cut this like this. Now that's off. I did not want, I'm sighing greatly because I didn't want to take this apart. But I might use this part in my, what? You got it, my junk journal. And so now I wanted this all to come out. This is a shirt like the other parts, but I was going to dye this. I was prepared to dye this part green, but I don't know now how it's going to turn out once I get it out of this piece. It's not going to be a whole piece anymore. I hated to cut this. I wanted to keep it. Oh, she looked just like a country girl. Very cute. I love it. Very cute. I love it. I have to try and figure it out. But maybe I still can reattach it some kind of way. It's not going to be so, I don't know what I'm going to do with it right now. So, alright, now that's off. This is really white. Alright, let's cut this. Should we cut it right there? I don't know. Let's cut it here. I don't know. I need to get my thread picker out of my sewing bag to take the rest of this green part seam away. That's a lot of picking if I'm going to use it, but I have to wait and see after I take the shirt off if I'm going to. Alright, so now, okay, see how this sleeve is tight and then it's blousy? I was thinking about this as a pant too, like a knickerbocker. That's what I was thinking about with this. And I wasn't sure how. And then that part, you know, I don't know. So, we'll just set that over there with that other. Because now this looks like two things, you know, like you can make, you know, something short out of this and make this the jacket to it. And that might look kind of country too, you know, like old. I don't know. But meanwhile, that's where I was at with that. But this was the piece that I wanted. I wanted to keep this because I think it's adorable. I still got the tag plastic on there. So, oh, pardon me. So this part you can still attach like that, and this is still cute. And I can make it shorter. I can just hem it up and make it shorter. So I think we're gonna still dye this. Okay, I think we're still going to dye this. Okay, let's put some warm water in there. Not too much water, because the more water you use, the more dye you're going to need. This box has green in it already. Open. So, let's put this green in here. Okay, that's a good amount. And this time I'll put the salt in there before, because this dress has a lot of wrinkles or ruffles or whatever. Put the salt in there. Do y'all see what's happening in there? All right, let's go get this bowl. Let's set this over here for a second. Let's check out what's happening with these pants. Be careful, I don't want to splash it on anything. I saw the bottoms of the pants was sticking out. Okay, the button's changing too, but this is what it's looking like. That's a nice color. And the jacket looks like this, and so it's almost like a deep navy, right? I like that better. This the faded side, so you can still see the greenish color in it from it being faded and then that mixed dye. But this navy blue side is like a deep navy, so we'll probably use it on this side when it gets dry. I'm gonna rinse it out later on, let it dry in there overnight for a day or so, and then we rinse it, let it sit for a day or so that the dye can be in the material real good. That's what we want to do, and then rinse it out, because you don't want to rinse all the dye out, because this is coloring for food, not for clothes. So that pant leg had a crease in it. I wanted to be flat out so it can not be lighter. All right, so there we go. We'll put that, make sure they stay in, because they've been hanging out of the water over there. If the waist is out, that'll be fine. All right, let's slide that spoon into the orange bowl and put that over there, and then we'll come over here, and for this ribbon I'm gonna pop this off, pop this rosebud off if I can. Is it glued? It should be, but it might be sewn. There it is. And I'm gonna put this in there so it can become darker than what it is. And we're going to put this dress piece in there. Okay. See, that's why you don't need too much water, because you want all of the dye to be in the material and not it be just all watery and loose. So I don't want to pick it up, because I don't want to clean my hands again right now. Even though I have another bowl, I brought another bowl in here too, so that in case I need to do that, I'll have another bowl. So we'll just let the green set in there. That should take really well, and it shouldn't take long because it is green. And that's that. Put the ribbon down in there. All right. Okay. Let's kind of put it. All right. And let's set this off to the side with the blue bowl. And now we need to wipe up this splash. Make sure all of that is good. All right, we're on 1 hour and 24 minutes and we're just about done. So now this here is the boy's shirt, which I have to iron with the bloomers. Okay, it's got a little bit of yellowish tinge to it, but it's fine. So we're going to put this with the bloomers, and then we just have the socks. I did not like these socks. The boy had these on, but it'll probably look better now because he has a darker pair of pants, and it probably did look right, with his shoes. His shoes look like this. And so he had these on with that. And the girls, the one with that green dress, she had these shoes on. And this shoe all wrinkled up. And I'm thinking about, this is a boot. And I wonder if I can cut this and make it a short shoe. Pop a hole right there, make it a short shoe like that. And then use this top material for another type of shoe. I'm not sure. But this is the girl boot. And then the pink one, I'm going to have to do something with them because the pink one, they used to have one of these on both of the shoes. Okay, this used to be on there, and one had it like that. And I said, well, that popped off somewhere along. I don't know if when I was getting it in my basket or if it was gone when I got her home. I don't know. So I was thinking, I wonder if I could go around here and cut this one down smaller. Take this pearl off and cut it down smaller. Or maybe I'll just put some kind of design on there because it has these little stains because it had glue on it. So I don't know what we'll do with that. We're going to put these pieces in here in these shoes. And then we have these little purse, which this should probably be in the dye too. Let's see. This should probably be in the green dye because I dyed it. Right, pop this one off. Now I got 2 rosebuds. That's pink. I got 2 of them because one was on that other one, and I can put these on the front of the shoes. I can hot glue it and put these on there. Yep, I could. So we'll see. Put this in that green dye. Oh, look. That's where the problem is. I didn't know that orange bowl had a crack in it. It's leaking over there on my table. So glad I saw that. So glad I saw it. So now I'll set it in here. I didn't know that. I didn't see myself spilling it in front of me when it was on the table right here. But now I see that bowl has a leak in it. So I have to get rid of that. All right. So these are some black socks. And I have this green ribbon was on that doll that I didn't want to cut that dress. And it's 2 pieces of this. So, and this belt, I got to put this belt back, the sash, put that in the dye too, because that's that. That's the end of this video, guys. So now you've seen what we did with the doll clothes to take them apart. This is his cap. Nothing needs to happen with that. Although I said it's a little bit flimsy, but it's okay. He had a hairnet on. He had a hairnet. It's right here. I'm not sure why he had one on. Maybe that was really keeping his hat attached to his head. I don't know. But that's what that was. So I'm putting that strap, that sash in this green. Let me just flip it over so it can get a lot of the solution and come together. The ribbons are not as dark, but we're going to leave this in here for a while. And that's that. And I will be back. I'm not sure what day I will finish with the dolls, or if I'm going to. I probably will, though, sew their clothing together and then come back and let you see what it turned out to be. So all of them had socks, which was a good thing. And I don't know if I'm going to use the lace to make some little socks for the girls or not. I'll think about that part. And yeah, so that's where we are. We have five. We got 5 pair of socks. It's another ribbon like that. I'm not sure where I put it at, but it is another ribbon. And we looked at the dolls and we looked at the clothes, and everybody's sitting by waiting to get what they need on and, be showcased in some kind of way. So this is where we are. I showed you what we used. That's the other die. And this is just sitting. And yeah, we are done. So thanks for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm very grateful that you were here. And if you made it to the end of this video, comment, I watched it to the end. Comment, I watched it to the end. And I'm going to be very happy that somebody hung out with me that long. I appreciate your time. I really do. I realize that people do not have to give you their time. And it's a precious commodity, because once our time is used in a day, we don't get that time back, and we don't get that day back. So thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. And I hope that you are a subscriber, that you want to be a part of this journey with me, and that you will keep watching. If you're not a subscriber yet, I hope that this might encourage you to go look at some of my other content and decide to subscribe. That's what we're doing over here. We're trying to create a family, a tribe, and, just hang out together, have conversation. And that's what we want to do. So we hope that you will want to be here. And thank you so much. See y'all next time.